I don't know if y'all can see me or not. Dang, it's awful windy today too. It's real windy out here. Okay, that's better. Anyways, here's the situation. Let me get y'all caught up to what's going on. I got an email from a guy. He sent me an email, said, hey, this is Danny Stone. He said, man, he said, I know this place where there's the biggest catfish in the whole dang gone world, man. I mean, he said, this thing's a monster. He said, it's in a town called Pella, Iowa. He said, there's a creek that runs right through the middle of the town. And he said, there's been people trying to catch this catfish, you know, and it's broke their poles and stuff like that. And every time they get close to water, that catfish, man, they get right up the edge there and BAM! He just grabs them and pulls them in, you know, and he eats the dadgum people. I mean, and he told me, he said, the creek runs right through town. He said, man, he said, you go up there and look around. He said, look at how I want to show you something. This is a big old town. Look at this. I'm in the middle of the town square. It's like Walking Dead here. There ain't nobody anywhere. Look at this. All the people are gone. And he says it's because this catfish that's in this creek comes up. I'll show you this creek. Look at this. Can you see that creek? I don't want to get too close to that water. That sun's going to get out there and grab me. There's a little bit of bridge right here. Let's go. Walk over here. I'm going to show you down this creek here. Look how clear that water is. You think, man, as clear as that water is, that they'd see him coming. And whenever they come up to grab him, you know, how did that catfish eat all them people, man? I mean, seriously, there ain't nobody in this town. It's gone. He ate everybody. But anyways, the dude sent me an email and he said, man, we're going to try to repopulate the town. But before we do, we need Danny Stone to come up here to Pella, Iowa and catch this dadgum catfish so he won't eat everybody no more. So let me go up here and I'm going to go try to rig up something, man. I saw an old abandoned record truck down there with a big old hook on the end of it. I'm going to back that sucker. Hell, there ain't nobody here. I don't guess it belongs to nobody no more. They're all dead. And I'm going to back that truck up to this creek right here. And I'm going to put like a dog or something on the end of it and throw it out there and see if I can't catch this sucker. But, you know, if y'all don't hear from me again, man, don't come to Pella, Iowa. Because you get up close to that creek and BAM! He gets you. Watch out now. I'll be back later. I hope. Hey, how y'all doing there? Let me, man, I'm up here in Pella, Iowa, and this is a whole new experience for me. I mean, I didn't think it was that big a deal. But I experienced something that just blows my damn mind. Excuse my language, but I mean, it kind of bothered me a little bit. I was sitting down there in this fine, upscale restaurant. I ordered my food and I'm sitting there eating, minding my own business, you know. Y'all know who I am. I'm an easygoing guy. I don't bother nobody. I mean, if I pick on you, you deserve to be picked on. But anyways, I'm sitting there and I'm eating my supper, minding my business. And here comes this lady, and a gentleman walking by. And she looks back at her husband and she says, said, Harold, I wish you'd look at that. Said, that uncouth. She said uncouth. I had to look that word up. Kind of made me mad. That uncouth young man there is eating salad with a shrimp fork. He don't know the difference between a salad and a shrimp fork. I'm like, golly. And she looked dead at me when she said this. And I looked up at her and I'm like, ma'am, I mean, I admit I'm embarrassed right now. I am somewhat ashamed. I don't know the difference between a salad fork and a shrimp fork. I don't know. I said, but you know, to be in the presence of a lady like you that would take her time to stop and correct me on such a bad situation, I'm gonna take advantage of the situation and say, you know, I see that you're come from a
good upbringing, okay, and you've got all that etiquette and stuff like that, and you know the proper ways to eat. So, just to help me out, I'm going to ask you one question. I got 2 forks here. One's got 4 tines on it, one's got 3 tines on it. Now, just so I'm proper, which fork is the proper fork that I would use to shove up your ass and dig that stick out your butt? That you take your time and stop and bother me about how I'm eating. And her jaw dropped down, and she couldn't even breathe. She's like, ooh. And she turned finally and she looked at her husband and said, Harold, ain't you gonna do something? And Harold, man, he started around the table toward me, and I thought, oh, Harold, man, I'm gonna have to whoop his butt, you know. And Harold walks toward me, and he walks right on past me, and he goes over there, and Harold goes straight to the bar. And he runs up that young lady, and he said, hand me a Bud Light. And she gave him a Bud Light, and Harold walked back toward me, and I'm still kind of, I'm like, come on, Harold, I'll knock your butt out. And he walks over to that Bud Light, and he stands up in front of me all cocky, all prissy. And he goes, my name is Harold Ledbetter, and we may live in New York, but I was born and raised in Arkansas. And he said, you're the first person in 35 years to say something to shut her the hell up. I'm going to buy you a beer. And walked off. And she got pissed off and ran out the damn door. I think she left the hotel. I don't know. Past Karen. But just so y'all know, make sure you use the wrong damn fork every time just to piss them people off. Because that's what they're going to do. I bet y'all think I'm making this stuff up. I can't wait to get home back to Southeast Missouri where people got a damn brain in their head. Love y'all. God bless you and good night.